Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. And it's rare that you guys get to see me do live commentaries now, but that's actually where I started with my YouTube and Twitch and all that other stuff. So I thought, especially with how good the videos have been doing recently, and with Prot just being a lot stronger than I thought it would be, that I would do like a commentated heroic where I'm talking through what I'm doing at all points. And yeah, see how it goes, basically. So I'm in this video, I'm going through Blackrock. I'm going to say it's not Caverns, but I actually Blackrock Descent, something like that. Blackrock Caverns, that's exactly what it's called. I'm just being crazy. And this is why we pre-record for the comms. But yeah, so I'm trying at the moment playing only Insight. And making sure that I don't run out of threat or things like that. I seem to have no threat issues at all at the moment. You can see I'm literally just standing there and tanking stuff, although I have got Scott healing me, who is just pumping heals into me, which is always very nice. Now, on the boss here, I'm going to stay Insight because it's kind of just what I want to try at the moment. And normally I'd be switching to Truth, and I'd be building up a threat lead before I worry too much else about trying to pump myself full of healing. But I'm interested to see by the end of this fight who's healed more on myself, me or Scott. So I haven't told him anything about what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to bias the video or anything like that. So I've just eaten and got hiccups. Going to pick up some ads. They're all elementals, so we can stun them with Holy Wrath. And as soon as Mortal Strike runs off, if I've not max health already, I would. Is he not going to get out? Oh, he is getting out. Good. I was going to bop him otherwise. So I pick up these elementals again, and the elementals are great because they actually give me loads of extra healing. So what I'm hoping for by the end of this run is Scott whispers me and goes, "That was the most boring healing experience of my life." That's the ideal scenario, because then I'm doing something right as a tank. You can see I'm not really using my cooldowns. I've got Divine Protection, Guardian Sage of Kings, and Ardent Defender just sat there. I'm not using any of them at the moment. I just don't feel the need for them. I'm going to save them for big pulls or things that go wrong. I mean, if someone stood in something, the boss is going to get a mechanic off or whatever. Like, if something goes wrong, that's when I tend to use my cooldowns now. I don't even pre-use them for like tank busters or things like that. I just don't feel the need to. And as you can see, I'm not really struggling on threat at all. And yeah, so we can get one more Quake, I imagine. Stick a Consecrate in the middle of everything. Hammer of the Righteous, Holy Shield. Going to get a stun off on them as well. Probably should have saved the stun till after Holy Shield was going to finish, but never mind. First boss dead, and Scott healed me for 345k. I healed myself for 138, so he is actually still putting some healing into me. But I mean, my health never went below like 90%. I do feel like I probably could have looked after myself for a good chunk of that. Like, I didn't get to use Word of Glory because my health was always too high, which is interesting. So, in terms of my holy power spenders, then, so we've got Inquisition, Shield of the Righteous, and Word of Glory. I tend to just keep Inquisition up as much as I can during like trash and stuff. Hammer of the Righteous, which is what we use as like our main threat generator, does holy damage. So having Inquisition up is going to help a lot with our threat. We are also running a slightly different build at the moment. This wouldn't work in Raid, by the way, because you do want things like Divine Guardian. But we're running Reckoning at the moment because it gives me extra healing. And yeah, so my priority is basically keeping as high uptime on Inquisition. I use spare casts on Word of Glory as and when it's needed. That's pretty much it. Absolutely shredding through these flame callers. I know they're going to cast their spell in a second, so let's stun that just before it goes off. Oh, it still went off. Lovely. Just throw a lay on hands on the rogue, why not? The ad is miles away, so we're going to go down here. I'm going to grab these 3 zealots. Pop a cooldown because we've got nothing up at the moment. And the nice thing about Pally is you can pretty much keep something up all of the time. Finally managed to get like my first word of glory off in this run so far. Get the kick. Switch to the next target so we can get the kick on that one as well. Hit him with the shield. Hit him with the shield of the righteous. 50k. Wow. And we go boss. So my plan on boss is I'm going to take the middle one. I'm going to try and drag it out so someone else can take the other side. Oh, okay. I'll do that then. There we go. That works. As long as someone's taking the far one, we're good. It was a bit messy, but it all figured itself out. So it took a bit of damage there at the start. But that's because I wasn't really worried about my health. Get the kick, and if we lose health at all now, my next step would be to Word of Glory. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, so Inquisition, Divine Plea, Shield of the Righteous, 62k crit, huge crit. I'm going to move out of the mechanic just for a second. As soon as my stacks reset, I'll go and take the other side. This rogue doesn't seem to know where he wants to be, so I'm going to go and stand over here and hope that someone takes that other side. No, it's only got like 40 stacks anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, Scott's actually healing me too much here that I never get to use Word of Glory. Which is, I mean, good, of course. Like, that's what you want from a healer. Just make sure that you're never at risk, but also, it's really boring. I mean, I could just switch to Seal of Truth and do a little bit more damage. What I'm going to do on this next pack, actually change my keybind for it. What I'm going to do on this next pack is switch to Seal of the Righteous just on the pull. Oof, nearly got 100 stacks there because I wasn't paying attention. So my first, like my opener will be Seal of the Righteous with a cooldown, go into the pack, AoE burst. I'm going to try and do it on the back of this with some vengeance. So you see I'm at 22k attack power at the moment. So as long as Scott stays with me, he's full mana, which I expect him to be. He hasn't really had to heal anything yet. So we're going to get this one, drag it to us. And then apparently we missed, which is interesting. We've hit everything, popped a cooldown. So already got such like a threat lead on everything here that I'm not worried about threat. I'm actually just worried about dying. It's a nasty little pull, and we've got Mortal Strikes in here. So what I'm going to do, stun, use Earthquake. As soon as that runs out, I'm going to try and get as many interrupts as possible. Cancel that, throw a heal on myself. Nasty pack. Are we going to live this? I'm doing everything I can do to try and live this at the moment. So, fair play to Scott. Like, 500k healing then. And, but again, like, I feel like we kept ourselves alive with that as well, which I'm happy about. We used every cooldown there, so we do have to be a bit careful for a minute. Going to just run this down with us. Make sure that actually gets interrupted. Next one, I'm going to run into like the next bridge. It's very hot today. Next one, I'm going to run into the next bridge and just let the big dude kill it. But yeah, so if you guys like this sort of video where occasionally I just sit down and do like a little bit more of a structured, or non-structured, I suppose, commentated video, just nice, chill, talk about whatever the topic is, let me know. Like, I like doing this sort of video. I'm not opposed to doing this at all. So if this is something that you guys like, then every now and again we can do videos like this. I know one of the things that was commented on a lot when I first started doing commentaries on this channel, ironically, was me saying And it's just me pausing to think about what I'm saying, but it is, I get why it's annoying. Now that I've heard it, it's annoying for me as well. So I totally get it. But the way I've dealt with that is by doing like scripted videos, which is great, but sometimes you want to just sit, talk, and ramble, right? You know. So I'm going to pull this all the way up here if they allow me to. Let's just pop a few cooldowns here, and I want to get it up these stairs. We've got one. They're only normals anyway. The reason you pull these up these stairs is because when these despawn, they basically only survive while there's one of these conflagrations near them. So what you can do is on the next one then, I'm just going to... Oh, that's bad. It's probably not bad. I don't think it's going to be an issue for us, but it isn't something you want to do. Looks like it's going to be fine, but slightly frustrated. Like, don't help me, Paul. It's not like we've been going at a slow pace in this run. It's one of my pet peeves of being a tank. Like, I don't need help pulling. Unless I ask for it, in which case, if I ask for it, then I definitely need help pulling. So, keep hitting these until they despawn. Another PoE. Yeah, he's healing me way too much. Right then, let's go. So we're going to take a couple of stacks here. Let's go for 4, or 3 apparently. Everyone's full health. Let's drag it back in. We go for a couple more. 1, 2, 3. I'm apparently too good at moving this. Or, and this is a very viable thing, the hitboxes don't work. Going for another 3. I'm going to start rolling cooldowns here. Actually, that cooldown didn't go off. Let's do it again. Got Argent Defender for our next one. Again, just keep up the stacks at this point. There's no need to like smash through stacks. What I am going to do is like for the last couple of ticks is just let it go really high so everyone gets the achievement. 1, 2, 3. Heal ourselves. Chuck an Argent Defender on there as well. And we go back in just to get it to 15 for people's achievement. Oh no, I wanted to get to 15. No! I actually genuinely tried to get that for the achievement, but never mind. I don't need it, why not? Right. It's a very easy achievement to get. So these packs actually hurt. And I have no cooldowns. So, going to just pick a mob, focus it, try and get Holy Wraths off to interrupt, to hit things, stun things, lots of interrupts. Get out of this because it actually isn't friendly and does hurt. You get like a stacking debuff that increases damage taken, and while you're in it, you take damage. So, nice and comfortable. Gonna try and get... we can probably just pull these here, actually. So these do a meteor, got to stack up for it. As you can see, does lots of damage. One person wants meteor, wants beauty. We'll do it. Try and skip through the other mobs. Shouldn't do another meteor because he's just cast that one. I'm going to get to the bottom of this, then turn around and wait for someone to pull this back. Always happens, but... Oh, apparently I'm going to pull it. Well, there's confidence for you, isn't it? Try and kick as many of these balls as possible. They actually do a fair bit of damage. Good kick. They're dead. And just interrupt the sparks as much as possible. Holy Wrath. Like, you have so many things, especially with Holy Wrath now stunning, like, Demons, Dragon King, Elementals, and Undead. Like, you actually stun a lot of stuff in Kata because a lot of stuff is either Dragons or Elementals. But we'll go and do beauty. There is a way to do this really clean, but that works. So again, not sure. I'm not going to complain about someone pulling them. I think Scott might have DC'd. So I think we are, not only are we on our own, but the group is on its own. So I'm going to pop Avenging Wrath here, and the reason for that is because I want to be able to kick out as much healing as possible on me. Start rolling some cooldowns. There's nothing I can do with my Holy Power at the moment. Next Holy Power will be a Word of Glory. This really is putting my build to the test, huh? So 23k Word of Glory, no crits unfortunately. Get a Guardian of the Ancient Kings out. Also just going to use Holy Shield pretty much on cooldown. If he charges far enough, we could go for a heal. But we're going to go for Inquisition, get as low health as possible. I'm actually going to have to bubble that, which is really bad because I can't use my lay on hands then. Got my Argent Defender up. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to bubble, which is not ideal. Can I just spam heal myself a little bit? If I survive 30 seconds, we're good. Got a Word of Glory that I can use. Ooh, got it up, 30k. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it over here slightly so that they've got a bit of room to play with. Chuck in as much damage as possible. Can we survive this? I'm actually okay with that. There we go. There's the death. Hopefully they still get it. But I mean, we were doing 5k HPS there. And we nearly did that entire fight without a healer. Which I think does show what I'm talking about in terms of Holy Pally strength. Hopefully this rogue still got it. He's got evasion up. Let's see, can he pump it? No, 1% wipe. 1% savage. Absolutely savage. But we nearly survived. If I hadn't have got feared or I'd have used my lay on hands slightly earlier on myself, we would have done that whole fight without a healer comfortably. It was just the fact that I got feared and I was low health. I was expecting to get hit like from behind, and I thought I would die. That I bubbled. And once I'm in bubble, I have to cancel it, otherwise people are just going to die. Shame, we nearly got it, but yeah, I mean, we could have played it slightly better, and I think we would have definitely got it. Hey, it's we just blame the healer, right? That's all we do. Blame the healer, healer's fault. So what I'm thinking of running as well is changing Seal of Truth for Seal of Insight because it works towards my Word of Glory. It works towards, I believe, the heal off of Seal of Insight. It's just a great spell. Or great glyph. And I'm not using Seal of Truth or Seal of Righteousness very often. Let's get reses out on people. So this last boss always scares me. It scares me more as a rep pally, as a prot pally, because a lot of my spells do AoE. Not ideal. So just gonna wait then for our last DPS. So I'll be back when they're back. So everyone came back, toxicity began, and we pulled the boss. So let's go again. Hopefully slightly smoother this time. I'm going to do my opener at the moment on bosses is put Inquisition up, so get 3 Holy Power, put Inquisition up, and then Divine Plea into Shield of the Righteous. Because Divine Plea gives you 3 Holy Power. So like you've seen, I've pumped so much damage into the boss at the moment, which is awesome. So pop our first cooldown. We're going to use a Holy Shield with that. Should pretty much be using Holy Shield on cooldown at the moment, to be honest. We apparently have dogs. Which is not ideal. Especially since I've feared. Okay, I'm going to go over this way. Why is this boss so messy? A group chat's gone to hell. Everyone's angry at each other. As long as I survive this fear, I think I'm good. Oh, easy peasy. Easy peasy. Get a nice little word of glory on myself here. Oh, God, that was very loud. I put sound effects on by accident. Shield of the Righteous. Boom, boss dies. GG, easy game. Apparently I've never killed that boss. So, last boss then. We're going to have to get another person. Hopefully this rogue knows how to kite if he even stays in the group. Let's get someone in just so we can finish this off. But this is about a normal, like, even though it's not been a particularly clean run, this is about normal for a heroic dungeon length. Like, 20, 25 minutes for a dungeon, heroic. Like, you can definitely do it much quicker, but there's definitely times where it's much slower as well. So, um, like, if things go really badly. So, yeah, I'm pretty okay with doing it at this sort of length. Throw a hammer at it because it's just not dying. There we go. Like 3 more trash packs, 2 more trash packs, and a boss, and we are done. So yeah, I mean, this build, I mean, don't get me wrong, Scott's healing is pretty absurd. On that boss, we still did just under half of the healing that Scott did, which is pretty nice. Pull this one on its own, and then we might pull all the rest all together. Get my Inquisition up. I've got wings. Actually, we're going to get 3 Holy Power, and he's just done his Meteor, so let's go. So, a little bit messy pull, but let's hopefully it will go well. Pop some cooldowns, as you do. Big word of glory. That was a 58k word of glory on myself then. Get out of the goop. Oh, wow. We just fell over. What was that killed me? Bore. A frost bomb. Yeah, the circle I was trying to get out of. Sparks going off. No kick. What have the interrupts looked like in this run so far? Total interrupts. I've done 21. Rogue's done 1. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And the rogue just said, interrupt, guys. Yeah. The average skill level on this server, like, don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed playing on this server. I've played on it quite a lot. But the average skill level on this server is bad. It's fair to say that most people you're going to encounter don't know the tactics. They don't know core mechanics. They aren't going to perform anywhere close to 80% of their class capability. And that's not trying to be mean to people. It's not trying to call people out. It's just the case. It's just one of those things that you expect on this server now, unfortunately. It annoys the hell out of me that people won't run back. If I didn't want the rogue for the last boss, I definitely would be kicking him. But cutting your nose off to spite your face, it's kicking him just slows down the run rather than just resin him, getting on with it, and then having to spend less time with him. He's complaining that like I've just linked the interrupts, but he's why? Oh, okay, I don't know. This is what you miss in a pre-recorded video. Like in an organized video, you miss this. You miss the daily toxicity of an evil world. Is he just going to get one shot? I'm just going to lay on hands him. Pretty sure I'll keep myself alive here. So apparently it's fine because I'm a pally, so I should have top interrupts. Which he is right, I should have top interrupts, but in the entire dungeon he's kicked once. Hmm. So road coats ads. Hopefully this all goes well. If it doesn't, I just will cries. So let's go. So I'm gonna literally only worry about this one. I'm gonna make sure I don't put consecration down. I'm not gonna put anything else down. Think I can stun them with Holy Wrath. So we'll basically just be using that on cooldown. It shouldn't matter all too much. I should be able to, with cooldown reduction, with damage reduction, just keep them alive. Okay, so the DK pumped AoE damage, which is great. That's what we want to hear. So I'm just not getting any healing now. So what I'm going to do is wait till I get very low health, bubble, cancel bubble, taunt boss back. So we've reset our stacks. The DK is kiting, sort of. I'm trying to give him anything that will help him slightly. We've given him sack, we've given him freedom, and hopefully he just lasts long enough. The rogue isn't going to kite anything, apparently. So we're going to go over, and these knockdowns are really annoying, by the way. Holy Wrath, Consecrate, full nuke boss. I'm going to start rotating damage reduction now. I say rotating, I mean use it all at the same time. We're going to Holy Wrath, and we're going to run away and see if I can reset my stacks. I actually can. So hopefully get a bit of healing off here. Can I just hodge one? I've just hodged one. Nice. So I'm getting some healing. This is good. The rogue who was supposed to be kiting has done 0 amounts of kiting so far. We just got to try and kill the boss before we die, basically. Like, it's just a race, and are we going to win it? Bang. Easy game. Easy game. So, guys, it's been a run. Let me know what you think of this type of video. Do you like it? Do you not? All that good stuff. If you don't, that's fine. But let me know in the comments just so I know for next time. Thanks for watching, and catch you later. Goodbye.